birthday, Kusalite! And anybody else born May 25th?
I'm not actually here.
Oh.
I'm an empty husk.
So anyway, yes, today is May 25th, and if you have a birthday, you share your birthday with the following people. Kusalite, for one, but also Breck Bassinger, Bella Dawson on Bella and the Bulldogs, Kale on School of Rock TV series, Courtney Whitmore, a.k.a. Stargirl in Stargirl, and is due to be in Final Destination Bloodlines. She turns 26.
I can't believe they're still doing those movies.
The Dilly sextuplets. The United States' first set of surviving sextuplets born to Becky and Keith Dilly in Indianapolis, Indiana. They are Brenna Rossum, Julian Emerson, Quinn Everett, Claire, Diana, Ian, Michael, and Adrian Reed. They all turn 32 today.
Which one of them was kidnapped by Nicolas Cage? Yeah, in Arizona? Come on,
No.
you've never seen
I've never seen Raising Arizona, no.
What?
Next, we have Ebony Noel, Special Agent Kirsten Chazelle on CBS's FBI. They turn 35. Next, Roman Reigns, Liati Joseph Anoa'i. I probably butchered that name, so please forgive me. They are a 6-time World Championship WWE, having held the WWE Championship 4 times and the WWE Universal Championship twice. He won his 4th WWE Championship during his 2nd Universal Championship reign, and as such, was recognized as the undisputed WWE Universal Champion.
Yeah. I remember him saying, I'm not the good guy, I'm not the bad guy, I'm just the guy. Because he used to get booed frequently because fans got tired of him always getting the big push, and they were like, okay, we're bored of this guy.
Oh.
It was a shame. It was a shame because he was a very talented guy.
Yes.
People were just like, you're coming out a little strong with this one. Maybe back off a little bit.
So he turns 39. Next we have Lauren Frost, not to be confused with Lauren Faust, who is Ruby Mendel on Even Stevens. She turns 40. Cillian Murphy, or is it Killian Murphy?
I thought it was Killian.
Killian. Okay, so Killian Murphy, who is Jim in 28 Days Later, the main character. Jackson Ripner in Red Eye, 2005. Dr. Jonathan Crane, or Scarecrow, in the Dark Knight trilogy. Robert Fisher in Inception. Thomas Shelby on Peaky Blinders. And most recently as J. Robert Oppenheimer in Oppenheimer. Turns 48. Next is Aaron Hayes, who played Dr. Lola Spratt on the sitcom Children's Hospital.
Oh, yeah. On Adult Swim.
Yeah. Princess Elizabeth in Bill and Ted Face the Music, which I still have to watch. And she's Harmony Flute, ex-wife of Martin Flute, the lady who was raised by bears in Grimsburg. She turns 49. Ethan Suplee, Frankie Stechino on Boy Meets World, Louis Elastic in Remember the Titans, Deke Donald in Evolution, Thumper in The Butterfly Effect, and Randy Hickey on My Name is Earl. He turns 49.
Yes, he was a great big guy, and he lost an absurd amount of weight and actually became super muscular.
Yes.
He went from being this mountain of a man to a mountain of a man in a different way.
Yeah.
Oh, it was very talented throughout the whole thing.
Yes.
I've never seen a role of his that I didn't think he was wonderful in. So.
Let's see. So next we have Frank Klepacki, video game composer for the Command & Conquer series, turns 51. Dimitri Martin, stand-up comedian and Ice Bear on We Bare Bears, and most recently was Tiny Tim in Weird, the Al Yankovic story, turns 52.
I was unaware that was him in We Bare Bears. I like Dimitri Martin. I saw his movie about...
Ice Bear loves X.
Yeah, he was in a movie about Woodstock, and it was about events surrounding Woodstock, but not the festival itself. And a lot of people are like, "Oh, how could you do a movie about Woodstock that doesn't really talk about Woodstock?"
Yeah.
It's like that wasn't the point, though, and it was a good movie.
Des Dillinger, rapper of the duo The Dog Pound, with Corrupt, and works for Death Row Records. He's known for the song "Boys in the Hood," on Some Real Shiz, and Dog Catcha, turns 52. Octavia Spencer, Mrs. Otterton in Zootopia. She is also Opal in Bad Santa 1 and 2. Serenity Johnson in Halfway Home. Minerva Minnie Jackson in The Help. Regina Tompkins on Mom. Harriet Tubman on Drunk History. Dorothy Vaughan in Hidden Figures. Corey the Manticorn in Onward. And most recently, the Probation Officer Thompson on Young Sheldon. She turns 54.
I believe she was also, and I could be wrong about this, I believe she was also in the fantasy sequence at the beginning of Rob Zombie's second Halloween movie. She played, I think it was like a guard woman, and I could be mistaken, this might not have been her, but I think it was. And it was a whole thing, you know, how Halloween 2 plays out.
Yeah, I think
and
I know what you're
and then,
talking
like, there's, like, a thing that, like, shows that the whole thing was just made up. And I was like, oh, so she's fine.
I'm not sure. I don't remember if that was the case when I was doing research. Anyway, Jamie Kennedy, Randy Meeks in the Scream franchise, the Jamie Kennedy Experiment, of course. Professor Eli James on Ghost Whisperer. Federline Jones on The Cleveland Show. Brad B-Rad G. Gluckman in Malibu's Most Wanted. And Tim Avery in Son of the Mask. He turns 54 as well. No comment?
I can't.
Okay.
The movie was so bad.
Justin Henry, the 8-year-old Billy Kramer in Kramer vs. Kramer. Mike Baker in 16 Candles. And med student James Sasser on ER. He turns 54 as well. Satsuki Yukino, Japanese voice actress who played Millie Thompson in Trigun. Ropponmatsu 1 and 2 on Excel Saga. Mutsume Otohime in Love Hina. Kaname Chidori in the Full Metal Panic series. Nenene Sumiregawa on ROD the TV. Saki Kasakabe in Genshiken. Koala in One Piece. Don's Baneri or Mimiroll in Pokemon. Yoruichi Shihoin in the Bleach franchise.
Yeah, Yoruichi.
And Kagome Higurashi in the Inuyasha and Yashahime franchises. She turns 55.
Oh, man. Yoruichi.
Yeah, I didn't want to cut any of those characters because it's like I'm familiar with all these anime series. Even though I watch the dub, I know a lot of people like the sub. So you know there might be people who recognize those voices. Next is Michael Benyere, voice of Kaz Takagi, Traitors, and Exile in Exo Squad.
I loved Exo Squad.
That's why
Kaz Takagi was one of the core Terrans.
I actually pronounced these names right, I hope. Hikari Gosukugi in Rama 1/2. Guardian Bob and Dark Bob in Reboot. Haji in The Real Johnny Quest. Nkweve in Mobile Suit Gundam. Any idea if I'm pronouncing that one right?
I'm going to go with that.
Santa, Jesus, Moses, and Eric Estrada, Ron Jeremy, Leonard Nimoy, and Beetlejuice in Robot Chicken. Yeah, pretty sure Santa was voiced by several different people over the years.
Yes, he definitely was. He was
Seth MacFarlane.
Yeah, a few times.
Sumbaha in Record of Ragnarok and appeared in Deadpool as Ajax's henchman Warlord.
Oh, that's so cool.
They turned 55 as well. So interesting. Both the voice actor characters people were both the same age today. Sydney and Lindsay Greenbush, who both portrayed little sister Carrie Ingalls in the drama series Little House on the Prairie, turns 55 also. Joseph Reitman played a very bad Santa on Happy, turns 57.
Wonder if he's related to Ivan.
Yeah, I kind of wonder that too. But yeah, that was like the only credit that I could really say was memorable, noteworthy enough to put on the list. Next we have Mike Myers. 6 seasons on Saturday Night Live, Wayne's World, Austin Powers, Shrek, Cat in the Hat, and rumor has it he will feature as a character in Zootopia 2. He turns 61.
He was also in Inglourious Basterds and Bohemian Rhapsody.
Really? He was in Bohemian Rhapsody?
Yeah, he played a character that did not exist. He played a radio DJ that wouldn't play their music. Oh, you'll never become anything. When you think teenagers are going to be headbanging while they listen to your music. And like, you're just doing an Austin Powers bit.
What?
Oh my God. I'm sorry.
World.
Wayne's World. Oh, overload.
Next is Hiro Saito, Japanese professional wrestler, first All Japan Pro Wrestling World Junior Heavyweight Champion, born in Kawasaki, Kanagawa, Japan. He was the first Japanese wrestler to use and popularize the diving senton, or seating splash, off the top rope in matches. He turns 63.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Followed by Tatsutoshi Goto, Japanese professional wrestler for WAR and New Japan Pro Wrestling and NJPW. Briefly used the name the T2000 Machine. Born in Tokoname, Aichi, Japan, and turned 68. A couple, I pretty much put those in because I have a good friend who's a fan of Japanese wrestlers. Junior, hopefully you're watching my videos. Next we have Connie Celica, who played Pam Davidson in The Greatest American Hero. Believe it or not, I'm walking on air. Never thought I could be so free.
I prefer
At least I think that's
I prefer the alternate one. Believe it or not, George isn't at home.
Please leave a message after the beep. If I were in doubt, I'd pick up the phone. Where could I be? Believe it or not, I'm not home. Beep. Yeah, that's actually how I know the song. But anyway, yes, she played Pam Davidson on The Greatest American Hero, and Christy Francis on the 1980s soap opera Hotel. She turns 69.
Nice.
Next, Allison Stern, wife of radio personality Howard Stern, turns 70.
Holy cow.
Eve Ensler, playwright of the Vagina Monologues, was born in New York City, turns 71.
Oh my gosh, there's an episode of Stargate real quick where, they started to show Teal trying to acclimate to human society, and he's been around for a while.
Uh-huh.
He keeps the whole show, he's talking about how he has tickets to the Virginia monologue.
Oh no!
And at the very end, it shows him sitting in the audience, and you hear a couple lines from the monologue, he just shrinks away in his seat. He was so happy to go there, and he's like, oh, and then
So next we have Stan Sakai, Japanese-American cartoonist of Usagi Yojimbo!
He was added to the Ninja Turtles
Yes!
game not too long ago.
He turned 71 as well. And next we have Jeffrey Bukes. What do you think?
I think so. I think you got it.
CEO of Time Warner from 2008 to 2018, where he oversaw HBO, Turner Broadcasting System, Warner Bros., and New Line Cinema, where he oversaw the company's divestment from AOL, Time Inc., and Time Warner Cable. He turns 72. Patty D'Arbinville, who played Lieutenant Virginia Cooper in New York Undercover, and Rose Boscarelli in Third Watch, and Lorraine Caluso on The Sopranos, and Ellie on Rescue Me. Turns 73. Next, a very big one to me, Bob Gale, born Michael Robert Gale, is co-writer of the Back to the Future franchise, one of my favorite film franchises of all time.
Oh, yeah.
He turns 73 as well. Klaus Meine? What do you think?
Yeah.
Mine? Frontman and primary lyricist of the hard rock band Scorpions, known for Rock You Like a Hurricane.
Here I am. Dun, 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 dun,
Rock You Like a Hurricane.
Go!
No One Like You, Still Loving You, and Wind of Change turned 76.
On the winds of change. Dun, dun, dun. He has that one part that's like in another language for no reason.
Okay. Next we have.
What was that song? I gotta put it on Alexa.
Maybe you're familiar with this person, but maybe you aren't, but you'll probably be familiar with their body of work. Frank Oz.
Oh yeah.
Who is Miss Piggy, Fozzie Bear, Sam Eagle, Animal in the Muppet Show franchise, Bert Grover, Cookie Monster on Sesame Street, and of course Yoda from the Star Wars. And he turns
Grover's voice.
He turns 80.
Oh my goodness! It's a good thing he stepped out from behind that curtain.
Oh.
He is a great and powerful actor.
Yes. Next we have Leslie Uggams, who is Crizzy Reynolds in the TV miniseries Roots, Leah Walker on Empire, Agnes Ellison in American Fiction, Betty Pearson in Amazon's Fallout series, and Blind Al in the Deadpool films.
Oh, yeah. How could I wasn't all registering?
Yeah.
Wait.
They turned 81.
Is she in the Star Trek?
What?
Never mind.
I said Roots, Empire, American Fiction, the new Amazon Fallout series, and Deadpool.
Okay.
Next, we have Sir Ian McKellen, who was the king in King Richard III, James Whale in Gods and Monsters, Magneto in the X-Men films, and Gandalf in the Lord of the Rings and Hobbit movies. He turns 85.
Wow.
And Robinson, who was Sylvia Van Buren in 1953's War of the Worlds, and Officer Grace Downey on Dragnet turns 95.
Wow. Jeez, bravo. On
Yeah.
her. Bravo.
That is our oldest living celebrity on this list, and
Very nice.
might be definitely a contender for one of the longest-lived people that have made it onto one of these lists. Next, we have our passed-away people, Anne Heche.
I forgot she passed away.
Yeah.
She used to date Ellen DeGeneres.
Yeah, that's on this list, actually. Anne Heche, who is Vicky Hudson / Marley Love on soap opera Another World. Marion Crane in the 1998 Psycho remake. Voiced Lois Lane in Superman Doomsday. And was Suyin Beifong on Legend of Korra. She was also once part of the first gay super couple with Ellen DeGeneres in the late 90s. They were 53 when they passed away in 2022. If she were alive today, she would be 55. Yeah, looking into her history, she's had quite the troubled life.
Yes, there was
so much to talk about her, but I don't want to go on too much about her.
Its own.
But yes, next we have Ray Stevenson, who is Frank Castle, the Punisher in the Punisher Warzone, Volstagg in Thor the Dark World, and Thor Ragnarok, Porthos in 2012's The Three Musketeers, Gar Saxon in Star Wars Rebels and the Clone Wars, and Baylan Skoll in Ahsoka. They just passed away last year. They were 58, and if they were alive today, they would have been 60. Next, we have Chuck Ruff, rock drummer for the Edgar Winter Group, known for the songs Frankenstein and Free Ride.
That's all I...
They were 60 when they passed away in 2011. How old would they be if they were still alive today?
They passed away in 2011. They were 60 years old. So they would be...
They were born in 1951.
No. You're adding too many things to the equation. Oh, no. 73.
They'd be 73.
They'd
Okay.
be 73.
Next, we have Robbie Steinhardt, rock violinist and singer for Kansas, who did Carry On, Wayward Son and Dust in the Wind. Dust in the wind.
All we are
is dust in the wind.
But of course, Carry On, Our Wayward Son, which...
Carry on, my wayward son.
There'll be peace when you are gone.
All right.
They would play it every time.
Don't you cry no more.
Every
Don't
season
you cry.
of Supernatural, they would finish the season up by doing like a bunch of clips from throughout that season, and they'd play Carry On My Wayward Son. And then when they come back for the next season, they'd play Back in Black.
Oh.
They did that for a very long run. Eventually they stopped, but they did it for a long time.
Okay. So yeah, they were 71 when they passed away in July of 2021. And if they were alive today, how old would they be?
They would be 74.
All right. Next, we have David A. Hargrave, known as the Dreamweaver, RPG.
Dreamweaver.
Not RPG designer who created the mythical world of Arduin, who passed away in 1988 at the age of 42. And if they were alive today, they would be how old?
78.
Okay, they'd be 78. Next, we have Bob Payton, American who started the pizza restaurant chain, the Chicago Pizza Pie Factory in London in the 70s. They sadly passed away in 1994 at age 50. And if they were alive today,
They'd be 80.
they'd be 80. Next, we have Warren Frost, Dr. Will Hayward on Twin Peaks franchise, Billy Lewis on Matlock, George's fiance Susan's father, Henry Ross on Seinfeld. Hopefully, you all followed that logic train there. Born in Newburyport, Massachusetts, they died in 2017 at age 91. And if they were alive today,
Oh my gosh. Is that 95 years old? That's so old. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm just surprised. It's a lot. It was a good run.
Yeah.
91 was a good run.
Yes, yes.
Should be so lucky. I don't feel bad for this guy. This guy had a good run.
Yeah.
Good on ya.
Next we have Billy Murray. Not Bill Murray, but Billy Murray. Vaudeville and early recording popular music tenor known as the Denver Nightingale. Shine On Harvest Moon was their biggest hit. Shine on Harvest Moon up in the sky. At least I think that's the lyrics. Was the best-selling recording artist of the first quarter of the 20th century, selling over 300 million records during the phonograph era. That is a crazy number to me, especially considering, there were far less people around, and I'm sure not everybody could afford these things as much as, people have disposable income nowadays. Just trying to imagine people not being able to afford this sort of thing. Anyway, they died in 1954 at age 82, and if they were alive today...
54, 82, is that really 152 years old? Oh my gosh.
Well, they died in 1954, so...
Yeah.
Next we have Ralph Waldo Emerson, who is a famous philosopher, who was born in 1803 and died in 1882 at age 78, and if they were alive today...
They'd be 221 years old. So close.
Almost made it.
Yeah.
And lastly, I know we usually do say that for the last one, but Emperor Suko, third emperor of the Northern Court during the Nanbokucho period, from 1348 to 1351, who died in 1398 at age 63, and if they were somehow miraculously alive today, they'd be how old?
690 years old.
690. Almost made it.
You were so cool. We couldn't hang
so
on
close.
for another 10 years. Come on, guy.
All right. You could at least 6 more years, huh?
I know, right?
Anyhow, that was part 1. Stay tuned for part 2, which will cover all the on this day in history. But that's gonna do it for this video of all those who share your birthday of May 25th. Thanks for watching, and once again, happy birthday to Kusalite, and bye bye.